welcome to the first ever episode of Cue the Chat. I'm Fionn Lynch, and today we're going to be having a look at the final today of the Northern Ireland Open. Judd Trump is taking on Kyren Wilson. I mean, neither semi-final yesterday was of great quality, I must say. There's a lot of very easy balls that were missed. I mean, I was watching one frame, I can't remember which one it was. Kyren Wilson versus Pang Junzhu. I think they missed 3 or 4 pots in a row, all under the blue spot, inside, around the reds. I was just thinking, the pressure on these two men must be immense, because I think it must be the venue that brings so much pressure onto the players, because you wouldn't see that in an English Open, a Scottish Open. You might see it in the Welsh Open because of the history there, but I don't know, it's something about that Northern Ireland Open that brings out the best in Judd Trump and just puts so much pressure on everybody else. Just gonna have a quick look at Judd Trump's road to the final. So he beat Ishpreet Singh Shada 4-0 in the first round. That was on Sunday. I was watching that at work, and wow, that match just finished so quick. I thought that Ishpreet might be able to put up a bit of a fight against Judd after he made it to the semi-finals of the English Open, but he just got absolutely annihilated by Judd Trump, who was on great form. He beat Matthew Selt 4-2, Barry Hawkins 4-1. I had high expectations for that one to go all the way, to be honest. Barry Hawkins, I thought, might have had a chance against Judd Trump, but not to be. It was 4-1. Then Judd Trump against Sean Murphy. He absolutely annihilated Sean Murphy 5-1. I mean, I thought that Sean Murphy would have a good chance again, like the Barry Hawkins game. I thought he'd be able to push him far, but Judd Trump has been on fire this week. So he had 2 centuries. And then the semi-final last night, Judd Trump beating Elliot Slesser 6-0. Elliot was not at the races. I was only keeping half an eye on this match now, to be honest, but every time I turned it on, Elliot Slesser was either just after missing an easy ball or just about to miss an easy ball. The poor guy could not. I suppose it is a big occasion for him. You know, he doesn't get to too many ranking semi-finals, and I suppose the thought of getting to a final must have been really getting to him, because he really did miss some very, very easy balls, as they did in the other semi-final. Kyren Wilson's road to the final. He beat David Grace 4-3 in the last 64, his opening round. No centuries in that match. Now, the match against Anthony McGill, that was a great watch. I was watching bits and pieces of that, and Judd Trump managed to win without even making a century. But hello, it's Future Fionn trying to scramble the edit together before the actual final starts. But of course, Judd Trump didn't make a century in that match because he wasn't playing in it. I meant to say that Kyren Wilson didn't make a century. So, my bad. But enjoy the rest. Adios. The absolute tension that you could feel inside in that room, even from watching at home, it was something to behold. It was really fun to watch that one. I really enjoyed that game. Kyren Wilson beat Stan Moody 4-1. He then went on to beat Mark Williams 5 frames to 1. Now both of the finalists really have beaten a really, really good player by a pretty long way to get through to the final. And Kyren Wilson beating Mark Williams 5-1. And then, of course, the semi-final. Him beating Pang Junzhu 6 frames to 4. I mean, again, there was a lot of balls missed. Pang Junzhu with the only century. Now, looking back, I'll just take 1 second. He's made one. Kyren Wilson's made 1 century on the way to the final. My God. You're going a bit off topic here, but hey, that's what you've signed up for. I'll just have a look at how many centuries Judd Trump has made. 1 against Ishpreet, 1 against Matt South, that's 2. 3, 1 against Barry Hawkins. 4, 5, 2 against Sean Murphy. 5, and he could only make a 90 in the semi-final. So 5 centuries plays 1. So Judd Trump's really scoring well. But Kyren Wilson today is going to have to really push at the start, make a good start, because if he doesn't, Judd Trump, once he gets himself into the match, I think he could be unstoppable this week, going for an unprecedented, I think it's 5 non-title opens. Again, let me have a look at this. Northern Ireland Open. Let's have a look. So he won it 3 times in a row from 2018 to 2020. Judd Trump once, twice. Yeah, he's going for 5. 5 of any tournament is absolutely crazy. But that being my home tournament, I suppose, it's very nice to see indeed. Now moving on to my favourite moment from each semi-final. From the Wilson Pangsian Zhu semi-final, it's got to be Wilson's exhibition clearance in the second frame, I want to say. I must say, the preparation for this has not been great, has it? 1 second. Yeah, it's the third frame. Talking about how he had the cue ball on a string. I mean, some of those shots in that were absolutely sublime. Really, really fun to watch. My favourite moment from the Judd Slessor match, well, it wasn't really a favourite moment, it was just a moment that stood out really. It was when Slessor missed the red on the safety shot in the 6th frame, which turned out to be the final frame. Trying to play safe up into bulk, didn't even hit the red. When I saw that, I knew that he wasn't going to be able to put a frame on the board, because if you can't hit the red, you're beside. No matter if you're worried about push shots and all that. I mean, to be fair, I would have hit that red. That's saying a lot, because I'm not very good at snooker. So yeah. We'll have a look at the head-to-head between Judd Trump and Kyren Wilson. It's 18-13, including the Championship League, to Judd Trump. Their last meeting was in the Xi'an Grand Prix final. Wilson won 10-8, but Wilson hasn't beaten him before that since the 2020 World Championships. And that's without the Championship League, because you can have fluky wins and all that crack in the Championship League. But, I mean, 4 years in between wins. So Judd Trump really had a hold over him there for a while, but him winning the Xi'an Grand Prix final give him a bit of confidence going into the final today, knowing that he can beat the man who really is on form. I mean, the 1 and 2 seed playing in the final, that really will be some match. They were saying on the Eurosport covers that they wouldn't need Barry Hearn to promote this match, and I mean, it does kind of promote itself. The number 1 seed against the number 2 seed, the number 1 player in the world against the world champion. I mean, it really will be an interesting watch. It starts at 1 o'clock, the first session at 7 o'clock here in Ireland and in the UK. And it's all different times. You can check it out on World Snooker's website for the session start time. Hello, it's Future Fionn here again. I'm still editing the podcast, and I've just realised that I haven't given any predictions, and you can't really do a proper preview without predictions, can you? So, my prediction is that if Kyren Wilson gets off to a good start, that he could push Judd Trump all the way. I think that if he wins the first mini session 3-1, 2-2, I don't think that I don't think that he can do it, but I think that if he wins it, the first mini session 3-1, that he will push Judd Trump all the way, and it'll be 9-8 either way. But I think that if Judd Trump manages to win the first mini session or even draw it, I think that it's going to be Judd Trump 9-6, 9-7. So if it was life or death, I'd go for Judd Trump, but I think that this could be a very close match indeed. Now I'm going to recommend a few different sports. I think I'm going to do this every episode. I'm just going to recommend a few different sports for if you're not feeling the snooker on a particular leg. Because it happens to me. I'm sitting at home and I'm just watching it and they're just tapping the cue ball up and down the table. It's not very exciting. And I want to see if there's anything else on. Well, today, in between sessions, we have the Liverpool United game. I think that kicks off at 4 o'clock. And there's darts on all week on ITV4. There's an afternoon session and an evening session. The afternoon session starts at 12. Or did during the week anyway. That's the European Championship from Dortmund. And there's also F1, lights out for that, is at 8 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be during the snooker. So you might want to pull up a tablet or something to watch the F1 on. And there's NFL. There's so many NFL games on this week, as there is every Sunday. Like the 5 o'clock kickoff, Jags at Packers, Dolphins at Cardinals, Patriots at Jets, Browns at Ravens, Bengals at Eagles, Texans at Colts, Lions at Titans, and Buccaneers at Falcons. So I mean, so many games on at once. Red Zone really is the only way to watch the NFL on a Sunday, because there's so many games on. So that just about wraps up the show. It's a short one this week. I'm going to be doing a full review of the tournament coming out on Monday or Tuesday. So don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Rate and review us. And you can email in. I can't speak. You can email in cuethechat@gmail.com. That's cuethechat@gmail.com. We'll see you during the week. Adios.